government set out a very clear set of priorities. It set out its trajectory when it came to the energy kind of sphere that it's operating in, and that has been really helpful in bringing investors to the table.
Melanie Onn, we just got off stage. Very interesting discussion. Thank you for doing that. What do you think is the sense of opportunity for energy in the local region?
I think it's absolutely huge. I think that those who are already working in the sector are really, really committed to it. And this was an opportunity really to talk to other businesses so that they're aware of the opportunity and the sense that we are already leading the country. We already produce something like 25% of the UK's electricity needs. And that's something that we should shout about a lot more.
I mean, obviously, look, there's political turmoil in various places, at the top, locally, internationally. What should companies be thinking about how to navigate those kind of troubled waters?
Well, in some respects, I think set that to one side. If you've got something that you want to do, get on and do it. It's a case of kind of asking for forgiveness and not permission, I think is where we are at the moment. And then really staying as close as you can to key political figures, organisations in the area that understand the kind of political temperature and just trying to understand the potential changes in direction. But obviously, those who are in the political world are trying to keep things as calm as possible for as long as possible.
Absolutely. I mean, look, in terms of what companies are saying to government, in terms of how that kind of conversation's going, is it positive? I mean, it feels like there's a sort of a drive that there's a sense of needing decisions faster. Is that something you're hearing? What's the kind of the government response?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is. It's really difficult trading times for companies, whether they're big or small. Energy costs are a massive factor of that. So yes, there are definitely challenges. I think that decisions being made through government much quicker. Perhaps we were talking about some devolution in there. Perhaps some more decisions being devolved down to local levels might help to speed that up. But hopefully we'll be getting some more good news on the Humber soon. I've got my fingers crossed.
Good one to watch. And I suppose there's also a sense locally of innovation, right? Sort of CCS, hydrogen, really interesting things going on. I suppose, what do those people who are doing innovation here need to know about government, about making their case? Is it a question to government? Is it investors? How to kind of square that circle?
Yeah, I mean, I think investors have been really intrigued. The government set out a very clear set of priorities. It set out its trajectory when it came to the energy kind of sphere that it's operating in, and that has been really helpful in bringing investors to the table. Then when it comes to government, the companies themselves and their engagement with government, that is where we see a little bit of tension, I suppose, because we do see a bit of delay. We might see some issues around funding and what that really means in the reality of the situation. But making sure that those conversations are happening, that they're happening on a regular basis, that government understands the pressures that companies are under to enable them to continue with projects and to reassure their investors, I think is absolutely essential.
Are there, in the next 12 months, are there any sort of particularly interesting things you're seeing coming through?
Well, we've been working really hard with the Humber Energy Board and the Humber Freeport around the kind of 2030 vision for the Humber. CCS plays a critical part in that. So, we've been putting a lot of pressure on government. We've been talking about that a lot. So, we should be getting to a point, hopefully, where we've got some decisions coming.
And finally, I mean, you've been starting to read Energy Voice. How are you finding it?
I love it. It's so informative, and even for me, it is eminently understandable in the complexities of the energy world, and it is incredibly complex. So thank you very much for making it easier.
Thank you, Mel.